Hello students, welcome to history class. Today we'll read about the medieval Indian history. Delhi Sultanate. Delhi became an important city under Rajput rulers in 12th century AD. Small kingdoms of North India were constantly fighting with each other. So Turkish tribes invaded large part of Central Asia. Muhammad Ghori, who was the ruler of Ghor, a small territory of Afghanistan, wanted to invade India. He wanted to capture India. He was in fact the first one who laid the foundation of the first Muslim empire in India, known as Sultanate dynasty. In 1191 AD, in the first battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan. But in 1192 AD, in the second battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan, and his territories were captured by Muhammad Ghori. After that, he captured many other territories of India. Before Muhammad Ghori returned to Ghor, he left behind his 4 trusted slaves as governors in his conquered regions. So these 4 governors are Yildiz, Qubaj, Qutbuddin Aibak, and Bakhtiyar Khalji. Yildiz ruled over the territories of Ghazni, Qubaj, Uch, Qutbuddin Aibak, Delhi, and Bakhtiyar Khalji ruled over the territory of Bengal. Muhammad Ghori made the son of Prithviraj Chauhan as a puppet king of his conquered territories of Delhi and Ajmer. He deputed Qutbuddin Aibak as first Viceroy of India and gave him the responsibility of taking care of the administration. After that, Qutbuddin extended Ghori's empire by capturing the fort of Kalinjar in Bundelkhand and Anilwara in Gujarat. Then he laid the foundation of an independent kingdom known as Delhi Sultanate after Muhammad Ghori died in 1206 AD. Qutbuddin Aibak created a kingdom in Delhi. The time period between 1206 AD and 1526 AD is known as Delhi Sultanate period in the history of India. Delhi Sultanate was ruled over by 5 dynasties. Slave dynasty, it was also known as the Mamluk dynasty from 1206 AD to 1290 AD. Then Khilji dynasty from 1290 to 1320 AD. Tughlaq dynasty from 1320 AD to 1413 AD. Sayyid dynasty from 1414 to 1451 AD. And Lodi dynasty from 1451 to 1526 AD. Ibrahim Lodi was the last ruler of Delhi Sultanate and he belongs to Lodi dynasty. Let's know about the sources. First is the inscription. So what is the inscription? It's the writings in the hard surface like stones, woods. Some of the inscriptions are in Sanskrit language, some are in Arabic and some in both the languages. Inscriptions are engraved on coins, monuments, milestones and tombstones. Monuments also one of the important source of this Delhi Sultanate. So in a course Qutub Minar, this is there, so we'll read about Qutub Minar. It was started by Qutbuddin Aibak. It was completed by Iltutmish. It was dedicated to the Sufi saint Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, who was greatly worshipped by the people of Delhi. So let's know what are the features of Qutub Minar. Its original height 71.4 meters. It was built in 1193 AD. 5 stories, each separated by a balcony, doorways on the northern side, and circular tower with a diameter of 13.8 meters at the base and 3 meters at the top. Red sandstone, marble, and grey quartzites were used to construct this tower, this Qutub Minar. So let's know about Qutbuddin Aibak. He was the founder of slave dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak was one of the many talented slaves of Muhammad Ghori. And Qutbuddin was the first ruler of slave dynasty. After the death of Muhammad Ghori, he declared himself as the Sultan of Delhi. Some other important rulers of this slave dynasty were Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, Ghiyasuddin Balbal. Rulers of this dynasty were also called as Mamluk Sultans. Slave dynasty also known as Mamluk dynasty. Then Qutbuddin captured the fort at Kalinjar in Bundelkhand, Anilwara in Gujarat. He was a very brave and capable military general. He was called as Lakbox. Why he was called so? Because he gave away a lot of his wealth in charity. He was a lover of literature. He laid the foundation of Qutub Minar in Delhi, which was completed by Iltutmish, who was the son-in-law and slave of him. In 1210 AD, Qutbuddin Aibak died while he was playing polo. He fell from a horse at Lahore. After him, in 1211, Aram Shah, his son, sat on the throne, but he was not so capable like his father. So Iltutmish, the slave and son-in-law of Qutbuddin Aibak, he took over the throne of Delhi. Iltutmish was succeeded by his son Ruknuddin, but he was not so capable like Iltutmish. So after Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, daughter of Iltutmish, overthrew his brother and became the first and the only woman ruler of the Delhi Sultanate to rule Delhi. But many Turkish nobles opposed the decision of Iltutmish because it was against the tradition of Islam. So they revolted against her, and Razia was killed in 1240 AD. It was all about Qutbuddin Aibak.